today, September 17th, but I am recording this at 6 o'clock on Tuesday night, just because I've got to drive some people to the airport tomorrow. So I'm not going to be there. And honestly, tomorrow, it's the Fed meeting. I'm going to go over Apple. I'm going to go over my thoughts on the Fed meeting, memory as part of an AI, energy as part of an AI play, specific one. Open Door just got some legit news. Stocks that were up and surprised me yesterday. My personal portfolio, I posted it in the newsletter yesterday, but we'll go over my top winners. And then the scan, stocks that are bullish in the 4-hour algorithm. It's going to be chart heavy today. It's going to be specifics. But let's go over the market, okay? The market ended where all three, the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ were down. IWM actually underperformed. But if you take a look at the stock chart, we're still above that 583, which was a previous high where you pulled back, and it provided a couple of days of resistance here. So you're still above that. So is it a bad thing? No. Is it turning over? Well, the RSI is extremely extended at 74. If we get something tomorrow, I think it maybe is sell the news. Is it? I don't know. Honest to God, I don't know. The one thing that I do know, Apple's looking interesting. Apple pushed up today to $240. If we just look at a 5-minute chart, and we put in the after hours on this one, it pushed up on open, but never regained it. Guess where that up part is? $240, which is a resistance level. So it's interesting. The more I play with this, though, the more I play with my Apple devices after I upgraded them, the more I think an upgraded cycle is going to come. Anybody with a 13 Pro or later, meaning a 10, 11, a 9, or even, God knows, I have some friends still with the home button on an 8. They may need to upgrade. And is that going to be upgrading to the 17? No. But I think the 13 is feeling a little bit old right now, and it never felt old on the 14, 15, or 16. It feels old now. So it'll be interesting. Like I said, I'm going to probably be for 4 or 5 grands to Tim Apple, to contributing to my stock. But I like it. And again, on the chart, we can see on the 4-hour algorithm, if we just go back and look at the 4-hour algorithm, it got a buy here at 239.10. Is it a buy in your world? I don't know. I have enough of this. I am not buying it until they get AI right or some type of catalyst moves in there. Because FYI, Tim Cook is not going to England to the UK tomorrow. It is Satya Nadella from Microsoft, which just announced that they're going to spend $30 billion in the UK. Again, they're in Trump's ear. Who's ever the latest in Trump's ear is going to get this. But this article caught my eye. Well, you know what? Let's go over the Fed first, okay? The Fed tomorrow. This is I don't know if it's a sell the news event. It feels like it with, again, the RSI on QQQ and on VOO so high. It feels like the market may pull back. In September of 2026, that's 1 year from now, I think when you look back on this, you will be up by 10% or more. It's my prediction. Take it with a grain of salt because I don't know the future, neither do you. It's still that kind of market, though, where you buy the dip. What Powell says tomorrow at 2:30 or 2 o'clock is going to be huge. The decision comes at 2 o'clock. His press conference is at 2:30. Understand, what he says tomorrow is going to be the big deal. Did Trump's fill-in pick, Mirren, did he go in there with both barrels blazing and say, you know what, 3% rate cut, that's what I want? The minutes are going to show what he did. Did he go in there? Was there disruption? That's going to be news if that comes out. I don't expect Powell to display anything, but it will be in the notes. So again, I don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. Watch it. Understand that if you went back a year from today in last September where they cut rates, if you go back a year, was it a good thing? Did you buy the QQQ at 480? Because we're at 590 right now. So again, looking out, you want to be in the market rather than time the market. And if for some reason there's a dip, I do think we're in the buy the dip market. So let me talk about this article because this was great. This was fantastic. Okay. I have told paid members about a memory play. We'll kind of go over this. We'll look at this. But the Fed and this was an article that went over Apple and Dell and others in focus from Bernstein. Okay. STX, which is Seagate Technologies, WDC, which is that's Western Digital, and SanDisk. Those are the three. Memory is needed for the AI era. Storage and data centers we expect to continue at a 23% CAGR through 2030, with both HDD and NAND makers poised to benefit. In hard disk drives, the cozy oligopoly should enable robust profits, free cash flow, with Seagate as the leader. And then SanDisk should reap benefits as well. So those three stocks, put them on a watch list for yourself. Okay? Memory will be a big deal. So if you want STX, by the way, I brought this up in August, I think it was. I think I have yeah. If you're a paid member, you got late notice on STX, but it was WDC that printed in September. They're both on the watch list in September. But again, I alerted members to this one at about 155 or so. You don't need to have, again, you don't need to be a paid member, but I just kind of alert people to this. Now, I traded this one. I don't own this one, STX. I said, you know what? It's a strong buy in the quant. Wall Street had a huge upside price target at 180. That's no longer upside. Its valuation is C-, but again, from Bernstein, they say this one could continue to grow. What's another one? It's Western Digital, another hold in the quant, the quant, but they were closer last week when I brought or in September when I brought this up. They were closer to the 93 price target. And SanDisk, SNDC, I think is the, let's see the symbol. Let's go back to this article. SNDK, SanDisk is not covered by the quant. What does Wall Street think that it's worth? $64. It's trading at 91. Okay, you can go and view its valuation. You can go and view its growth. You can go and view its profitability. Just you don't get the quant and you don't get the AI stuff. But again, I think those are fantastic plays because memory, Citi says it as well. Memory is likely to be under supply in 2026. And they point out Micron, which we know has been flying, and SanDisk and Samsung. So again, if you were a paid member, okay, if you were, well, let's just look at this because these, the top 5 S&P 500 performing stocks, guess what's 1 and 2? It's Seagate and Western Digital. Year to date, number 4 I gave to folks in January. That's Newmont. I traded out of that one. Then you have Micron. Then you have GE Vernova, Oracle, NRG Energy, GE Space, and Paramount Skydance, which just came up there, by the way. You got STX and WDC as part of the September list. And the September list, it was just posted on August 29th. They were there. Okay, and they are now year to date some of the S&P winners. Want to know another one? Energy is needed for AI. And Bloom Energy was up 10%. Did I mention that I mentioned Bloom Energy? Well, I did. When? Right here. August 13th. What's the title of this one? Beat the S&P, my 2025 portfolio review, plus renewable energy watch list. Scroll down, the energy watch list, add Bloom Energy. Okay? And but we can look at this Bloom Energy. Where was it? It was at $43. It's at $73 today. It's pushing even higher. Again, to today's, the one that I published today, because I'm doing this at night. But again, if you're not up in this market, this is like literally shooting darts at a barrel, and you're able to do this. This is just from August. So it's not like it's crazy. Oh, and by the way, one that is on the September list as well is Open Door. Now, Open Door was down today. Open Door was down. This is a highly speculative name. It's down under $9. Right now, it's at $9 exactly. But I probably will just buy this one, to be honest with you. It closed at $8.92. I wanted it under $9. I didn't get it. This is going to be like probably one of my Robinhood ones or Palantir where I'm just going to miss it. But again, it got some big news. This wasn't on my bingo card when I brought this up in August. But Open just got a bullish note from JP Morgan. So Wall Street's coming in on this play. They're saying, ooh, we like the new CEO, bringing strong product and tech expertise from Shopify. This has some big open news, open door. So if you want to get into it, find a strategy that works. I'm looking for one. I will probably get in and just ride it. I've been going over this one for at least 2-3 weeks now. It is in the September watch list. So it's been out there since August, since it was $4. And I know a lot of people are in on this one. There were some stocks that surprised me today. Okay? That just outright surprised me that they were up. Tesla was up 2%. How is that? This one should have pulled back to 400. It didn't. It seems like it's going fairly strong. Okay, it just stayed there, but it was up 2%. Robinhood, which we talked about, which I thought would pull back, was up 2%. It's sitting there right at 117, kind of just right on that 116 support line. As it pulled back, is it going to go higher? Again, being added to the S&P, it's not always a good thing. Most of the times you pull back. Eli Lilly was up 2%. Again, coming off this 678, boom, we got a gap fill. Where's the next leg up? To 794. Do you want to buy this? This is probably going to be resistance. You can see it back here in June. It was resistance. 800 was the resistance level. And in the core portfolio, Exxon was up 2%. That's a big deal. Is Exxon going to get back to that 119? Because FYI, the 4-hour algorithm has you in at 112. You just got out of a 1% gain there, but you could have ridden it from 107. You lost confirmation here at 113. That's not a bad move. Again, in a name like Exxon, when you go and look at the beta score of Exxon, and I've gone over the beta score, this is the risk. This is how it trades to the market. Okay? The risk on this one, let's look at the risk. It's 0.32. So you want some safety? Probably 0.32. This is probably safe. You know what's strong buy in the quant? It's Chevron. Right now, Exxon is a strong buy in the quant. It's been a strong buy since 107. It's at 114. Not a bad move. Meta went up. Want to know why? Because Zuckerberg's going to be wearing awkward glasses for the next 10 years to promote his new glasses. $800 smart glasses at Connect event. It's rumored. It's expected tomorrow with a new retail price tag. Again, $800. Expect some volatility. Because if that dude comes out and this is an amazing set of glasses, they just jumped Apple. Apple didn't come out with the glasses. They didn't. And their glasses are a joke, $1,500, and it can't do what Meta's does, and it's not as popular as Meta's. I continue to think that Apple will get it right, but until then, Meta's got the lead. It was up 2%. Where is Meta going to? Well, 52-week high is 796. You're trading at 778. There's not much room upside. Wall Street thinks it's worth 864. Pick your battle. Because Qualcomm in the core portfolio was up 2%. Where's this one going? Probably that 175 mark, and you're trading at 164. I don't own this one. I just know that chips that haven't worked out well are starting to work out well. The biggest loser in the core portfolio was NVIDIA, was down about 2%. Why? It's NVIDIA. Even though, OpenAI said they're going to spend billions of dollars on NVIDIA chips, I think it was IONQ's CEO came out and said that Blackwell's a joke. Well, again, if you look at the margins for NVIDIA, if you get any type of competition, that 70% margin that you have right there, called into question. Okay, they are able to charge the margin that they are because they have the lead. If you get a actual competitor in here, IONQ with quantum computers, AMD, any of those, if they come in and beat down NVIDIA, you're going to see this stock price fall. And by the way, the monkeys on Wall Street that say it's a $209 stock, 20% upside, they're going to start chasing that one down like they did here in April. Okay, where the price target was 162. Oh, it hit 162. We better raise this thing. So take this one with a grain of salt, even though you've got a ton of analysts that cover this. 65, 48 have a strong buy on it. But again, the margins are going to be key on that because that's going to signal growth. A stock I own, BMNR. It is an Ethereum treasury. I own this one. This was up 5%. In after hours, it's up 6.83%. Okay? I like this one. This is my quant. Dan Ives, Michael Saylor, and Tom Lee went to Capitol Hill today to quote The Big Short. This is my quant. This is my quant. Do I hold MicroStrategy? No. Do I hold ORBS? No. Do I want to? Probably, because BMNR and ORBS have not pumped like MicroStrategy has. It's expensive. Any of these are expensive. These are YOLO plays. That's it. So what was moving in my personal portfolio? Okay, I posted yesterday. Let's just look real quick. Yesterday's, this is gold Apple. I put in, hey, here's my own personal portfolio results for the last month. Okay, I'm up 3.53%. The S&P's up 2.71. I'm doing pretty well. The trading portfolio in 1 month is up 7%, while the S&P's up 2.7. Okay, the beat the S&P stock portfolio, that's up 7%. So why am I only up 3%? Because my portfolio is made for a 55-year-old man who just wants to protect his capital and is stuck in Apple for a big position where I don't want to sell it for tax purposes. That's why, but I'm still freaking happy that my portfolio is up 3.53% while Apple is down for the year. My portfolio is positive for the year. I'm doing perfectly fine. But what were my big movers? Well, App Lovin'. App Lovin' was up 2%. Okay, this is an alpha pick. Alpha pick, and I've gone over alpha picks many times. I'll go over it at the end what an the alpha pick portfolio is, but this is an alpha pick. Just understand, I'm currently up 300% on this stock with trading it. The Alpha Picks portfolio is up 1,323%. It was a buy from November 2023. I've just been trading this since August. And did I buy at that 234? You damn well believe I bought at that 234. Did I buy at this 346? You damn well know I bought that 346. I am holding on to about 300% profit right now. That's a pretty good thing. And again, it's from Alpha Picks. And Jim Cramer picked this. PARC is his thing. That's Palantir, App Lovin'. I forget what R is. I think it's Roku. And then it's and then C is Coinbase. I own Coinbase as well. But that was not a big mover. You want to know another big mover? PSIX. This was up about 3%. Want to know why I hold this one? It's because it's a second half June winner. By the way, Steve Kress is coming on the podcast in October. I will have that interview in October. But PSIX was up 3% yesterday. The only reason I hold this is because it's a second half 2025 stock winner that he announced on June 15th. I started trading this around June 15th. Boy, where was it on June 15th? Again, if you had Seeking Alpha Premium, June 15th or 16th, the stock was trading for 53. Where's it today? Oh, 98. Where's the high? 99, 121. I'm sorry, 121. PSIS. It's still a strong buy in the quant. Where's Wall Street think that's worth? 127. That's a 29% upside. Take that with a grain of salt because there's only one analyst that cover this. But again, PSIX was a big one. Want to know another one that was up for me? UNFI. I've gone over this one in a couple of the last week or so. Okay, this is an alpha pick that was picked way back here, May 14th. Now, alpha picks, the alpha picks portfolio is down 3.5%. Okay, I'm still holding from this May purchase. I'm still holding my initial position back there, but I've also traded these positions, okay? The $21, the 26, the 26 right there. I also trimmed a little right here. But I've been adding to this as it's a winner. My portfolio, I am up 10% total on this one, and I have taken profits on some of it as well. So again, the new alpha pick that I bought just this past Monday was down 4%, okay? Is it time to add more? No. I'm not doing anything. I'm not cutting it. I wish I could show you the chart, but I just did the chart analysis for it, But go and look at the chart. If you're an Alpha Picks member, go and look at the chart and determine if this is a winner for you. And if you're one of the paid members and you want to ask me about it, just go over to Linktree, or I'm sorry, to Substack, and just hit the chat and you can send me a message. Just send me a message. I'll tell you exactly what I think about it. Make sure it's a private message, not in public. They get angry if I do this in public. But again, that's my look at stocks today. That's it. I did scans for you too. Want to know some that are bullish in the 4-hour algorithm that have an entry? Apple, 239. Want to know another one? Palo Alto Networks, which I went over. I sold at 200. I'm perfectly fine. It's at 201. Got an entry here at 171. Got another one. We may be going for another run on Palo Alto. Is this the time where it gets over that 204 and pushes higher? The MACD is certainly ready. The RSI is certainly ready. Another one that has an entry in the 4-hour algorithm, XLE. Is this going to push from 90 up above 93, maybe to 101? Again, energy is a big effing deal with AI. The MACD, certainly ready for it on the weekly. The RSI is at 55. Maybe it's ready to go. Another one, Affirm. I went over Affirm this morning. Affirm, this $77, it gets another entry here. You won't see it because you're already in, but it tells you it may be going for another run. Now, would I add to this one? Probably. If I had this one in my, you have $150 in this stock previously. Okay. If it even pulls back towards that 73, add to this one. FinW for shift 4 payments. Lululemon, MELI. MELI is one where I think it was in June or maybe it was May. I asked Perplexity, give me a stock that could go, turn $5,000 into $1 million. It told me MELI. MELI gets an entry at $23.91. Do you want to buy this one? It beats buy and hold. So you'll see all of this in the newsletter. Just scroll down to the bottom of the newsletter and you'll see the scans that I did. Now, let's go over what each one of these are, okay? Because I want to make sure that you know. When I talk about Alpha Picks, it's a data-driven portfolio. Steve Kress is one of the leaders of this portfolio. It's the performance, 240% versus 74%. Plus, I went over AppLovin, I went over UNFI. Both of those are ones that I recently traded, and I'm in those as they gain. So I am beating that 240% or whatever percentage I am currently at, because this is all the way from July 1st, 2022. And you may say, well, it's unfair to compare it against the S&P. Well, go and buy your VOO and make 74% if you're happy. If you want to outperform and you want to learn about the managing a portfolio, then get Alpha Picks. It's as simple as that. And if you don't want to, you don't have to. Now, if you want Seeking Alpha Premium, I steer people towards the bundle because you save $159 on the bundle. The bundle's great. It comes with Seeking Alpha Premium. You may not have noticed this, but here, Analyze with AI. You've got a personal AI assistant that does reports for you every night based on this stuff. Okay, you can wake up in the morning and have a report in your computer based on the last day's stock price. Okay, the quant updates every night so you can see buy, strong buy, whatever it is. Again, that's Seeking Alpha Premium. If you want Seeking Alpha Premium and you don't want Alpha Picks, you can get Premium by itself. And the kudos on this one, you can get a free 7-day trial. So go and find the top 20-25 picks, the second half picks like PSIX. Go and find them and then trade them in your own system, or you can use TrendSpider, okay? All of these links, by the way, are on Linktree, but TrendSpider is the top one. Why? It's my favorite. It's the one I can't live without. Honestly, I'd feel uncomfortable without Seeking Alpha and without Alpha Picks, but I'd be perfectly fine. The one I can't live without is TrendSpider, and this is the one. Go and get a 2-week trial, okay? Go and try it for like $14, whatever special they have going on. Then just Google the TrendSpider store. Okay, because this has strategies for you to try. It has scanners. It has indicators for you to import. It has everything that you need. Try it out for 2 weeks. If you like it after 2 weeks, sign up for the annual plan for $50 a month. Get my 4-hour algorithm. You saw it on the screen. It has the entry and exit. It takes emotions out of my trade. And I can honestly just look at the chart and say, yeah, I like this one. No, I don't like this one. Again, you have to have these systems. I went over it in today's newsletter right here, and I said it many times. If you are not outperforming the S&P and you are putting in a lot of work and you haven't beaten VOO, is the actual work worth it? Because just working hard doesn't guarantee results in the stock market. Just grinding doesn't guarantee results in the stock market. You have to show performance. If you're not, you're underperforming. My suggestion, buy VOO and QQQ and then trade with a small portion of your portfolio until you can prove to yourself that you can beat the S&P. And it is tough. I have not done it consistently every year, but I've done it more years than not. Again, Warren Buffett says it's not easy to beat the S&P for 20 years straight. It's not, and I have not done it. But the majority of my years, I have beaten the S&P, and I am 55 years old, and I have nearly 40 years of trading. So I have a lot of history to go on. If you're new, load up on VOO, load up on QQQ. Don't go out there and trade meme coins and then say when we pull back, oh my God, I didn't understand what I was doing. No, don't do that. Be smart about these things. And yes, I'm a boomer, and that's probably boomer advice, but you've got to understand it's real money. And the more you lose at the beginning, the less time you have to compound. Had I known all of this when I was 15 years old, my ass would have been in a mutual fund tracking the S&P. I didn't know all this. I was trading stocks. Now, I learned a lot, and I did perfectly fine. But I think I am the exception, not the rule. And it's not because I'm smarter than anyone else. It's not because I knew exactly what I was doing. It's because I made less mistakes. And it was very few decisions where I made less mistakes. I made plenty of mistakes that cost me a lot of money. So my goal is to make sure that I help people avoid those mistakes. And if you can just buy VOO and buy QQQ, you avoid a lot of those mistakes. Again, get the tools. It's all on Linktree. Go and just research. If you have any questions, I will see you on Thursday. I may be live for the Fed decision, but I'm not sure. If you listened this far and you want me live, just comment below on whatever platform you're saying and say, hey, I want you live. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.